15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". Time running out here on the play clock. Now a man who was briefly a Steeler himself. This is LeGarrette Blount. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The play clock's running down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Play clock winding down. Now a carry for Blunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Fournette, a first down carry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Casey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Andy Dalton, an early touchdown pass in that one. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10 to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Ryan Shazier coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
At the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action. McGee out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. Andy Dalton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another
blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. On second down, Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Play clock winding down. Now back to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Blunt. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
First time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in, because we know how valuable that is to their offense, and that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now.
And incomplete on the deep ball. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down following the run. Play clock winding down. Off the play fake. McGee sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton with 1 touchdown pass thus far. The play clock's running down. A handoff to Fournette. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Off play action. McGee on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The Browns on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Time running out here on the play clock. And a give this time to the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. Derrick Henry, a couple of touchdowns on the ground thus far. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there. They've got it back to 3rd and 10. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew. way that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go now.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down. Here with Blunt. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Coleman has it here right side. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Yards left for the offense. It's second down. Play clock winding down. Off the play fake. McGee. They'll roll him out right. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. The play clock's running down. Off play action. McGee steps away. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati, and the Ravens now really pouring it on. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep downfield and this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. There's the stiff arm. And down he goes. goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Play clock winding down. Now Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. And the play clock's running down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw. McGee flushed out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get in the position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got